Alright, I think we are good to go.
Gamers or Mutahar's behavior the past year or so, you might have noticed that something is up. He quits Twitter suddenly, causing people to panic, and then rejoins Twitter up. He quits Twitter suddenly, causing
Oh,
people
what
to
happened?
panic, and then rejoins Twitter quietly months later. He says he won't buy a Nintendo Switch 2, and then instantly buys one when it comes out. There was even that time he disavowed his longtime friend, Naxtaku, but then he took the video down and apologized. Apparently he overreacted to a video criticizing him for watching lowly hentai with Naxtaku, and not for anything else.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
That's a video I'm still working on, and this video you're about to watch right now is a little appetizer I've cut out of its body of research, because it was
Jävlar,
getting
gaming så,
convoluted
hade han
as
med.
it is. Anyway, despite saying he would quit drama, not only did Mutahar
How
return
you
to
doing?
drama, he decided to join forces with Ethan Klein to go after Hassan Piker. It's an odd choice because Ethan doesn't exactly have the highest opinion of Mutahar.
Do you have the part where Mutahar runs outside with a gun?
I don't, but
I'm like, dude, these people are insane. Boogie's not even the craziest one in that room still. There's a point where Mutahar goes, oh shit, is someone stealing my car? And he runs outside with a gun. And then he comes in 30 seconds later and goes, oh no, it's chill, it's just my brother. Outside with a gun. And, oh shit, is someone
Really?
stealing my car? And he runs outside with a gun. And then he comes in
Really?
30
I
seconds
don't
later
see
and
it.
goes, oh no, it's chill, it's just my brother.
Oh my
Like,
god.
this pseudo badass weird fucking shtick he's doing is not it. And frankly, he's so mean-spirited and nasty, and he has this weird thing where he needs to act like cool and that he's so successful and rich. He tells Boogie, dude, why don't you upload more? I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. I think he thinks his real job is being a day trader. I might be wrong about that, but I mean, that's pretty funny. But like, yes, it is. Shut up, bro. Uploading every day. Ugh, I really got turned off by Mutahar in that one, man. Really did.
So Mutahar is a poser, and he lies about having a job outside of YouTube. Those are pretty heavy accusations. But who has the time to watch through over a decade of videos and streams to check if he's telling a consistent story? I certainly don't, but I know a much faster way of achieving the same end result with only a few hours of effort. I can just search
What do
all
we
of
have
his video
here?
transcripts at once.
You see the title?
And timeline the
Clean.
claims he's made.
I play
I
video
understand.
games and scratch my balls most days when I'm not working. I wake up, I scratch my balls, I do my job, and then I fucking play some video games. I wake up, scratch my balls, play some Mass Effect, make a video, and like do some of my stock work, and that's it. I wake up, I scratch my balls, and I play some Mass Effect, okay? I wake up every day, I do my job, I scratch my balls, I play around with Linux, some video games, and that's my life, dude.
Before we get into it, isn't this stalking? Isn't this a violation of privacy? No. I am going by information Mutahar has made public through
Oh, I
pieces
gotta
of
change
media
that.
he's
Lexi is
voluntarily
good.
published
I removed
on
it.
his YouTube channel, or public media appearances he has consented to. I'm also using information from a video that shows his LinkedIn page, which is something he seems to be cool with. He can do whatever he wants in his private life, but if he's claiming to be a doctor or an engineer to make his perspectives more valuable to an audience, validating the truthfulness of these claims about his life become a matter of public interest. If a history channel was receiving undisclosed funding from a foreign state, publishing that information would be in the public interest, even if that knowledge was gained through violations of privacy. Violating someone's privacy to humiliate them by exposing
too
their
bad.
porn browsing habits
Too
would
bad,
not
Gaming
be in
Soul.
the
I'm not
public
gonna explain
interest.
it to you.
But I haven't gone there, and I don't need to. I also completely disavow and denounce any kind of harassment or actual stalking behavior. Based on my findings, Mutahar has consistently claimed that YouTube isn't his job.
Hey, YouTube isn't my job. Thank God my job isn't YouTube. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job. YouTube is not my job.
YouTube is not my job.
I use YouTube as a hobby. This is not a job for me, okay?
He works a regular 9 to 5.
Like, I work a regular job every day. I go to my office, I work, I come home, I cut together the video that I recorded the night, or 2 nights or whatever before, and I post that on the internet. It is a therapeutic, fun thing for me.
So what is that job? If you ask Mutahar's fans, they think he's a cybersecurity expert, an IT professional, a video editor. Ethan said day trader. There seems to be an awful lot of uncertainty about this definitely real job that Mutahar has. Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm only an engineer. Okay, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm just an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm just a fucking engineer. I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer. As an engineer, being an engineer.
What
I'm
is
just
it?
an engineer. I'm just a
Is it becoming a new trend to just cancel people each other? Wait, this video is 38 minutes? I didn't know that. Is this the right video? Okay, it is. Okay.
But as an engineer, so I'm just a fucking dumb fucking engineer. Like I can told her, like I'm an engineer. But I'm an engineer. As an engineer, I'm an engineer. As somebody that is an engineer, as an engineer. I'm saying I'm the number one engineer. As an engineer. As an engineer. All right. As an engineer, I'm just an engineer. Speaking as somebody that is an engineer, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
But there's multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer, dude. I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
And I'm just like a computer engineer by default. Like I'm a fucking computer engineer. And I'm a fucking computer engineer. You want to talk about cyber warfare? I'm a computer engineer by trade. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. No, I'm a computer engineer. Okay. I'm a fucking.
I wonder
computer
how
engineer.
long it took
I'm
him
a
to do
computer
this.
engineer.
Jesus
In the United
Christ.
States, people throw around the word engineer like candy, but in Canada, it's a bit more protected, especially in Ontario where Mutahar candy.
I'm a computer engineer.
In the United States, people throw around the word engineer like candy, but in Canada, it's a bit more protected, especially in Ontario where Mutahar lives. Now, I do want to give the disclaimer
Oh, I
that
see.
I'm not a lawyer or a Canadian.
But I think he is an Indian, so I think he probably has an engineering
I'm
degree.
just a
Who
guy who
knows?
looks stuff up online, and based on what I've
Every
read,
Indian has
it's
it at this
actually
point.
illegal to call yourself an engineer if you are not a licensed engineer. The Ontario Engineering Regulatory Body, Professional Engineers Ontario, claims to take offense to
Me, I
even
don't know
titles
that
like
this guy
software
either.
engineer being used
Jesus
instead of
Christ.
software developer.
I
But
guess
they
you
do
don't
make an
watch many
exception for
English
terms
people
like
then.
train engineer, broadcast engineer, or sound engineer, which are not professional engineers.
Yeah, I'm a
in the
VTuber
same way
engineer.
that a computer engineer or a civil engineer would be. Calling yourself a computer engineer to a public audience is like saying that you're a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer. You might as well call yourself a doctor or a therapist. For Mutahar to be a licensed computer engineer, for him to be able to legally call himself a computer engineer or an engineer in general, he would need a 4-year degree, 4 years of training, and to pass the National Professional Practice Exam. If he had just a degree, then he could only call himself a computer engineer graduate. This is where things become a little bit difficult, because Mutahar is apparently not just a computer engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works. Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot. But as an engineer, yeah, I'm gonna call him a fucking idiot because he does do idiotic statements. This is why, as a cybersecurity engineer,
A computer engineer is very much a real
Oh,
thing,
but Jesus,
but a
flatted.
video engineer or a broadcast engineer isn't a real professional engineer. While computer science graduates often work in software development, sometimes called software engineering, computer science isn't an engineering discipline. So computer science engineer doesn't really make sense. Cybersecurity engineer is once again using the word engineer as just a job title. Mutahar clearly wants the prestige
My
of being
poor brain
perceived
cells.
as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. And he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
but I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay? If you want to disagree with me, feel free, but you're actually wrong. As somebody who is a computer, engineer, somebody who understands computer code, for instance, hearing Elon talk about computers and anything code related is actually mind-bogglingly stupid.
It's not clear what kind
Oh,
of
I have
engineer
no
he is.
fucking clue.
So,
I
what
will come to the
education
glory
does he
whatsoever.
have?
Like, it's a really good explanation.
I
of
tried
why,
to
like,
do
a
some LLMs on
engineer-
them. But then like a bit to be, I made it work. Holy fuck. Coding is
like,
out
the
of my
road to go
world.
down when I was studying, I'm like,
So
That's
you would
like
have an
another language
engineering
that I
degree.
don't
I
know
went to
about.
university for computer sciences, and that's it. Education background, asking because a lot of CS knowledge. Yeah, well, I did computer engineering when I fucking went to college. That's what I did.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in because I was like, okay, no.
Oh, he dropped out after a semester.
Like I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university, but I'm not going to dog on like school. You know what I mean? Like if you're
Right.
going to learn
It's
to
very
be
valuable.
if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field, you need to go to university, okay?
You need to go to university to be an engineer, but Mutahar is a dropout. He has no degree.
Were you a computer science major? Yeah, that's what I went to for college for a little bit, dropped out of it, you know.
What about Elon
I
Musk?
feel like there's a weird
Is he an
misconception.
engineer?
People think I'm like some fucking crazy degree holder. It's like, no. No, I would have been way more in fucking university debt if I went down that fucking route.
I can sure that's not show it out.
I sure wonder
What's
why
it there
people
after
like
this
to have
year?
that impression.
Is it bad if you don't get a STEM degree? Look, I'm gonna sound biased as fuck, but STEM degrees all the way. I'm gonna sound
Business
biased.
man? Probably.
As an engineer, like, you know, you want to get the degree that's gonna get you a job. You know, a good job. Not saying other degrees can't, but like, you gotta be smart.
Sometimes he says he didn't always want to be an engineer.
My biggest
No,
thing
nice.
was I didn't really want to be an engineer anyways. Growing up, I didn't really want to do anything. I actually wanted to do law. I didn't go through law. Honestly, I didn't even want to be an engineer when I grew up. Like, I wanted to be a lawyer for the longest times.
Other times he says he's a former engineer.
So, like, being a former engineer, like, I virtualized, like, everything, so I, like, contain shit. And
Even an ex-engineer.
The coolest ways possible. I'm like a fucking ex-engineer.
But here's the thing. He's been saying he used to be an engineer, or that he worked as an engineer for 10 years.
I wanted to share sort of my
What?
engineering background with you. Okay, I worked as a fucking engineer, all right, before I went into this shit. I think I know this.
But why is this
I
a
also
big
like to
deal
mess around
though?
with technology. I myself used to be an engineer before I went into the video editing route.
Mutahar started his channel in 2012, the same year he turned 18.
2012.
By-
Jesus Christ.
Mutahar started his channel in 2012, the same year he turned 18. By video editing route, he means that he switched careers after his channel began taking off.
And the interesting thing about this whole YouTube stuff is it actually made me change my entire career choice. You know, I never really thought of myself as an individual who, I mean, I expressed talents in film production and everything, and, you know, I never really threw myself into it. I did stuff on the side even before YouTube as well. But this really changed me, and it made me more passionate in the whole, you know, video production side.
Man, it
So
looks
now
like
it
I
is my
heard
field
this
of
to
choice.
stream,
Now I
but
work
like
as a
10 years
video
to
editor.
get
For
with
those
what
of you
even
who don't know what
Pablo.
I do outside of YouTube, I do that. I work
Jesus.
as a video editor for my own
It looks
post
like
stuff.
this was a
All the
long time
programming,
investment.
cybersecurity, penetration testing work he talks about early on are jobs he supposedly did before he did YouTube, and he
Too
didn't
bad I
like
get a side
doing
of
it.
really
And
big.
before this, I was a depressed individual, and I was gonna go through a certain set path in my career and just go through that and move on, right? And there was a point where I really didn't think there was
Yeah, I
much
have
else. I
built
was gonna
some
go
video
through
editing
emotions
about
and
this
everything. And then,
for the
you know,
years
to
I think
cut
I
down
do.
on the stress, and I still have stress
Too much
issues
water,
now,
dude.
issues
Being a
nowadays, but
streamer
back
is
then I
not
had
easy as you
crazy
think it
amount of
is.
depression,
It's a
stress issues.
24/7
And so to
job.
counteract that, I decided, you know, why not do YouTube? And so, you know, one night I went onto the Google Create account and did it, and, you know, and then we started making videos. I told you
Yeah,
guys,
especially if
I'm a
you're
guy who
alone.
used to code bank applications, really boring shit. Now I'm a dude who cuts stuff together. Alright? Who edits stuff, you know, who does stuff for film, TV, all that stuff. And I can't stress to you all how important that is to me. And you all have inspired me to go out and chase that dream. You all inspire me to fucking sit in front of my computer and make a video when I have some off time, and I fucking love doing it.
Baby Mutahar liked to edit videos, and after starting YouTube, he switched
Look,
careers
baby
from
Mutahar.
computer engineering to film and television, and this is where his actual education comes in.
I worked in film and TV before I still don't have a fancy fucking degree, okay?
And there you go, I filmed it, alright? I used my film degree to something.
He calls it a film degree, but it's actually a 2-year broadcasting/videography diploma he got from Humber College between 2013 and 2015. If he went back to studying to get an actual engineering degree, he never mentioned anything about it. Not a single slip. Mutahar was never a real engineer, but he's been calling himself one for a decade because of tech jobs he supposedly had before 2013 or 2012.
Because I never tell people like what I do. Like I never tell people anything, right? Like I don't even tell people I'm not an engineer. I haven't been one for like years, like fucking for eons at this point, right? Like in internet time.
What he calls him being an engineer is something he did for only a little bit.
I can imagine, like, for families, like, I mean, just an Indian family alone, it's like, son, you've got 3 choices for what you're doing, all right? You got 3 character classes, doctor, engineer, or maybe a lawyer.
No, he's wrong. Doctor, engineer, or collector. Collector is more preferable.
Alright, like that's it.
If you're a guy in India, these retarded parents in India, you go over here. You are a freaking engineer or a collector or a freaking doctor, maybe. That will for us pretty much.
So, you know, I did not, well, I did one of them for a little bit, and then I just pretty much stuck to, you know.
Like if they can't even afford the fucking fees for engineering.
This life now.
Imagine if you worked as a mechanic in high school, and 10 years after quitting that job, you're still introducing yourself as a mechanical engineer. From 2015 to 2020, he claimed to primarily work as a video editor.
That's because I'm a fucking editor in real life anyways, so ever since I became a video editor, and that was my job in life, I work as a video editor. You know, that's my job.
By trade, what I do for a living is video editing.
I wasn't always a fucking video editor.
Even in the video editing standards, he doesn't edit his videos that much. You guys have seen his channel? It's just a normal podcast.
Passionate video editor? Do I like my job? Yes, I do. My job is video editing. I'm a video editor by trade. No, I'm video editor. You know, that's how I pay for the strip club and the home.
And initially called himself a video engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works.
It's not a real engineering job, but he was still calling himself an engineer. In 2019, he conflated being a video engineer with being a computer engineer.
I'm a computer engineer.
I want to know what the fuck is a video engineer is.
I really computer a video engineer, whatever you want to call it. I'm one.
Is it that fancy way to say you are a cameraman? Is that what that is?
Again, totally different qualifications. One is an actual professional engineer, the other is a job title. In 2020,
Why videos so long? I don't
to
know.
be an exceptionally successful day trader.
You really, it looks like this guy really has more out by the looks of it.
Hobbyist turned basic, you know, general second profession of mine is day trading, swing trading, whatever you want to call it. I like to sit in the mornings, sip my coffee, you know, go on the NASDAQ, see what I can look pre-market, buy, sell, and be done by, what, 11 or something, and call it a day.
I mean, I definitely watched him. He's a decent guy.
For almost a year, give a couple months.
Sometimes.
It's definitely a very, like, it's a fun part of my lifestyle. I'm a very mathy guy. I do a lot of calculations in my head. I lose money, but I generally have an 80-85% success rate. And that's just the nature of this stuff.
In 2021, he claimed his job was trading and investing.
My job right now, I just sit around and trade and invest. That's what my job is.
But he was still an engineer,
Maybe
or a
the
computer
what?
engineer. Apparently his dad calls him an engineer who knows computers.
I'm sitting in the room, it's like, when it comes to computers, do you talk about it with my son? Do you act like an intelligent person? Because my son's a fucking engineer, okay? If I'm wrong about computers, I'm gonna believe what my son says, because he's the fucking engineer, not a doctor. Like, fucking insane, dude.
But he also just sits at home and invests money.
I invest, that's my job now. I just sort of sit home and invest money.
Now, if I was ashamed of only being a YouTuber, that is the job I'd be claiming to have. When asked by guests on his podcast about his computer work, he claimed it's only a
Oh, I have a full-time streamer, by the way.
I don't know how
I
much
have
you
no
wanna delve
life,
into this,
permanently
but,
online.
So do you do computer stuff on the side,
No,
or that's your main thing?
I literally just invest money. Like, I buy property and I invest, and that's all I do now.
You're at that point now. You're that big of a baller, Buddha.
I wouldn't say it's like baller. It's just like
Do you do programming? I don't know why that took me 3 different ways to ask that.
I do it it's more of a hobbyist thing now for me personally. I'm trying to like work around with consoles at this point, like reverse engineer shit that I have.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So that's what I'm into now. It's just like it all has become like a hobbyist thing for me at this point. Like just like.
I think you can see with the body language if a person is lying or not. Look at what others doing.
It all has become like a hobbyist thing.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm.
If we get caught like that, sometimes in school, the students do this.
I do it
Look at that! Look at him.
Thing now for me personally. I'm trying to like work around with consoles.
Swaying back and forth, scratching his arms.
So.
You guys seen this, right? If a student in school or college got caught doing something nasty shit, before the teacher will ask them questions, and then the student would be like this.
That's what I'm into now. It's
You
just
know?
like it all has
You know,
become
seen
like a
the
hobby
seen
instinct
that,
for me at
right?
this point. Like just like for me, I look at it, it's like woodworking and shit.
Mhm.
Like those woodworking channels. I'm like, oh, this is just like me sitting down for 2 hours, like
Yeah,
all the
he
time,
got caught.
Yeah.
working on a long form
No,
project, but not something that I would ever care to ever be bothering doing again. Even as
Maybe
a
it's
career
just a
path, it's
mosquito.
just too
Who knows?
stressful. It's like
Now I
boring
remember his school
compared
name.
to
Oh
anything that
yeah.
we do now, you know?
In
PTSD.
2023, he's calling
Right?
himself an engineer a lot, just like before. But in March, he claims he just invests money again.
Were you into business?
Looks like
before
Mogi is
doing
not up.
YouTube? No.
Otherwise, I could
After,
just continue playing
I
the game.
worked and
But I have to torture myself playing Ucha.
it's pretty
Torture
much like
myself
my
and
job.
my
Like,
computer.
I worked and then now I have enough money to buy
Would
property
he-
and invest, and that's pretty much what I do.
In August, he gave the impression he still worked as an engineer.
All right, as an engineer, if I show up to my office and
Is parents are rich? No.
okay,
I think his success comes from his YouTube channel. I think you're more likely to become rich because
I
of
don't
his
have a
YouTube
job
channel.
anymore.
But then he also mentions work
He doesn't have to. That's the funny thing. He has 3 million subscribers. Why would he need his job after
at his own
that?
company that does asset management and property development.
At our
What do you guys
company,
think?
like not YouTube, but outside
If you look at his YouTube channel, like this is the video order, I think.
YouTube, like,
Oh, that's
we
a
do our
stream on
management of our
cover.
property and everything, like our asset management.
Like his original channel has like it. Look at this. He has almost 4 million subscribers, so why the hell are you even goes to work anymore?
So before YouTube, Mutahar did the computer, programming, cybersecurity work he thinks entitles him to call himself an engineer. Between 2013 and 2015, he's studying his videography diploma. From 2015 to
I mean, he doesn't really exactly use the engineering advice, so I'm not sure about this. It feels like a big
2020,
nothing
he's a
burger.
video editor, and from 2021
You know?
onwards, he's a day trader, investor, and eventually the CEO of his own company that does asset management and property development. He's also calling himself an engineer the whole time. We already know he's not an actual engineer, but is he actually a business owner? Because there's some weird inconsistencies in the things he says about it as well.
As a boss, and I don't know, like this is gonna sound like kind of cold, but I don't make jokes at the office. I don't make any fucking jokes at an office. I am not this kind of Mutahar, okay? So to explain what kind of person I am, like at the office, I'm just like, how's work? What are we
Yeah.
doing? What's the plan
That
for
sounds
today?
normal.
Like literally, it's as matter of frank as I can be. I don't partake in jokes. I don't do any of that fucking shit. And if I see fucked up jokes, you know, which I haven't seen, I stop that shit right there. I always have to you always have to be professional at your office. And sometimes you come across as like a deadpan motherfucker, but it's better to be deadpan than, you know, turn your office into like what I mean is like I never would have my office turn into like frat house workplace. Like it would never be a frat house.
He would never allow his office to turn into a frat house. But 8 months later,
To be fair, like there is a betting pool in amongst like my office friends because we do talk about
yeah.
like which gig streamer's dying first.
Yeah, and
isn't that pretty fratty? Isn't that a fucked up joke?
And if I see fucked up jokes, you know, which I haven't seen, I stop that shit right there.
Maybe he just sucks at maintaining a professional culture. Could it be possible that Mutahar has been faking having a job all along? Doing daily uploads while being a CEO 9 to 5 is a pretty busy schedule, as Ethan said. When he was
Yeah, I think it's almost
on the
impossible.
Unsubscribe
I don't know how
podcast,
people do it.
Mutahar made sure to let everyone know he works 9 to 5 and that he's a very serious
Maybe he did
businessman.
sidetracked it so much or something.
Yeah, I have a 9 to 5.
Dude, he works in hours and hours. That's what, like, this is why I respect it. How many subs do you have on YouTube?
I think like 3.4 or 5 million or something. I don't know the exact amount.
3.5, like 3.5 million. We'll say that. And you're still doing multiple 9 to 5s where you're running different businesses. You were talking about Q4
Yeah, I'm the
being
CEO of our
extremely
own
busy.
company. Like I'm the CEO of
Right.
like our own group. We do a lot of like property and like asset investment around where we live. We're getting into
Well,
construction
yes.
and everything too.
Looks
so it's
like
for
Bazuan
us,
is gonna
like,
be
our
put you on a
job is-
master
my
before
job
this
is a
video
9 to 5
ends.
every day.
You upload how many videos a week?
I mean, he does have some really bad dark circles on his eyes many times, so maybe he does have a
A
work
day.
job.
Like I upload it every day.
But it doesn't matter though. It's his private life. I don't know why this is a big deal. Yes, he can lie about it, but he doesn't actually give engineering advice or anything like that. He doesn't talk about it that much. He's just his gaming channel is primarily a gaming channel, you know. Not a gaming channel. His YouTube channel.
This is why.
Well, so far I wasn't not really
loves bathing in that
convinced.
praise, but it's not enough. He needs to flex more.
Well, that's like the algorithm tell, right? Like when you're like an engineer and somebody's like, man, why does the algorithm keep feeding me? I'm like, bro, what's the last 10 things you watched? Gay porn? It's probably gonna give you the 11 videos. I'm just saying.
Driving there, we were talking about cybersecurity because that's what you went to school for. You're like, homeboy's very smart. You do actually business, and then YouTube is a
YouTube is always
thing.
like the secondary side gig. It's
Then he brags about his charitable donations, and we see behind the curtain how uninformed Mutaha actually is.
like for me, it's like the receipts. If I could tabulate them up every year, you know, like like during COVID, I probably gave away $200,000 of charity. And it was
Somebody
like, out of my
gained
personal accounts. I don't write any of this off for taxes because I don't believe in writing off charity for taxes. I think it's a pretty shitty thing to do.
Writing off
Big
charitable
Mudar now, not
donations
baby
is a
Mudar.
shitty thing to do. How? Why? All that means is that the money you donated is tax exempt. It means you can donate more money to charity, as Brandon Herrera says.
It's a pretty shitty thing to do. Well, for me, it's like
the more money you can write off, the more money you can keep from the government and spend it better. You know, putting it toward more charity.
The money that
How can you be the CEO of a company, a serious businessman who knows his shit, but you don't understand basic accounting?
You want to talk about social battery? Like 7 is when I get up. I got to be in meetings every fucking day. My work day doesn't end until like 4 p.m. That's when I get like a chance to open up the Premiere Pro project file for the video, and I get to work on that, and then I get to upload that a day later. Like I don't believe in days off. Like I literally can't believe in a day off. Like I'm always like jittery because I'm like I want to do work. Like I really do like enjoy doing work. Like any day that I don't feel like I do my job. Fucking cry about it. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
He works till 4 p.m. every day and cannot take a day off. However, he seemed pretty happy to take a day off to watch a video game commercial from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on a Thursday.
I love to read comment sections in videos. That is probably...
Yeah, look at his eyes. This looks like a man who barely sleeps.
doing YouTube content creation.
Maybe it's just his thing. Who knows?
What a video has to offer. You know, as a content creator, the coolest thing is like when you see like 1,000 comments on a video. Because I'm somebody
like
who
I was
likes to
sure.
work internet forums and just reading internet discourse, right? Especially when it comes to topics I enjoy. So when you read 1,000 comments, you're like, all right, shit, let me line up and get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
This guy has a wife, he's a CEO, he works 9 to 5, and he uploads daily. How do you have the time to read YouTube comments from random people? Check this out.
You should be an upstanding, good citizen, okay? I wake up, I do my job, I come home.
Many of the instances where Mutaha says YouTube isn't his job are from videos where he rants about how unstable YouTube is as a job because of their never-ending policy changes. These things supposedly don't impact him. He does YouTube to relax, but he's always obviously upset in these videos. He consistently paints himself as a hard worker.
It sounds like you worked really hard in high school. You're talking about taking night classes, doing community service, like side jobs on the side, like.
Yeah, no, it's blurred. I'll help you understand.
He has this insane work ethic, but he's also curious about how Destiny can get so many things done.
I noticed that you do like a lot of canvassing, like you actually go out of your way. You've launched your own like podcast with like other people, the bridges, and it's like, what is next really? Like, how do you kind of manage all that too? That's the other big thing that I kind of wanted to come into, because it's like, it really feels like you're a one-man show, but you're doing like a lot of shit and you're managing it pretty well.
Destiny's too lazy to cook for himself. He's not the workaholic with an excessively tight schedule he can never pull back. If Mutaha's stories about himself are true,
These are not Destiny, is that? I think that's Dream. Dream on Destiny, I don't know. He does have his mask and then he got cooked.
and equates that to him being poor or his family being poor. He will say his father had to go through medical school twice, not recognizing the privilege of being able to go through it even once. You don't need to come up with all these hardships you've been through. Everyone can already see your life is a struggle. You're not white, and you still can't say the N-word. He's got this other laugh about not buying anything expensive.
Very rarely am I trying to pay full price for any of this computer crap. You don't need to, all right? I don't overspend my money on crazy computer chairs. I think whatever I can get at Costco fits me fine enough. As far as my peripherals go, I have some SteelSeries headsets, keyboards, and a Logitech mouse, which I think is really awesome. If anything, I overspend on my monitor.
He's so frugal, but
damn, he is
a
lit.
luxury diving watch worth almost 10 grand. If you have an easy life,
What the fuck?
because you were born
Oh my
to a rich
god.
family, just enjoy it. If you're rich, just enjoy being rich. Improve your production value. Get some acoustic treatment. Get some monitor arms. Show your audience that if you work hard and succeed in life, you can have nice things. Why not? So, was Ethan Klein right all along?
I upload every day and YouTube's not even my job. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. But like, yes it is. Shut up, bro.
I'm not going to claim that Mutaha has absolutely no jobs beyond YouTube, even though the things he says about his business are very vague and inconsistent. However, he has definitely been lying about being an engineer for a decade, benefiting from the prestige, the authority, and the credibility that comes with that label. You don't call yourself an engineer dozens of times without specifying you're talking about programming jobs you did 10 years ago. He's clearly mostly just a self-taught tech enthusiast, not an engineer. He's seen as a cybersecurity expert.
Wait, if that's the criteria, I think I can call myself an engineer at that point.
Or as a
Jesus
cybersecurity
Christ.
engineer, as he called himself.
This is why as a
Sounds
cybersecurity
bad, the
engineer,
Bill gave me engineer.
Nuxtaku
What
in
the
tracking
fuck?
down the V-Shoujo swatter, he fell for a basic social engineering trick where the swatter, who was a minor, pretended to be one of Nux's fans who knew the swatter in real life and fed them a bunch of bogus information.
I appreciate the random fan who was in that Discord server that actually contacted me and reached out to me about this stuff. Oh my god, you guys are legends, honestly.
V-Shoujo's cybersecurity expert knew this was bullshit. The
Honestly.
V-Shoujo
Let's see it. What is this? This guy is a figure. This guy is another guy who got cooked in the internet bill Naxtagu. Like so many people that are getting left and blade counts on the exposed. If anything, a monitoring calculate. Looks like some mumbo jumbo I don't care about.
expert knew this was bullshit. The cybersecurity engineer, cybersecurity
Next I still don't get it. Yeah, I get like it a
The
lot so.
cybersecurity engineer did not. Mutaha doesn't do drama content anymore because it's all needless negativity, and YouTube isn't his job. However, he still weighed in on the pirate software drama after videos about it began going mega viral. What insight is Mutaha, the computer engineer who knows all of this shit, going to weigh in with?
No. Right now, as a video editor, I do more engineering now, so back-end programming for effects work. I'm working on a new codec for video right now for H.265, so we can actually transmit better video quality at higher resolutions. I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft.
You don't currently play what? No.
Thing which transmit better.
He would be incredibly advanced. Yeah, if he is not a level of programming, he has to 6-wide codec.
Video quality at higher
Jesus
resolutions.
Christ.
I'm actually doing something which I want to sell to Microsoft at some point later on. So I've been designing AI tools.
Yeah, that sounds like a really impressive or as a complete bullshit.
Hopefully, you can inject into like video tools, and this is gonna be like video games or whatever, right? So it's like, let's say that Microsoft backwards compatibility, right? So I had this tool idea. This is kind of what I got going in my head. So I had this idea, and I hope to one day sell it to Microsoft, right? So what I do is, since I have a really good video background, right? I've been designing neural stuff around it. So what I want to do one day is, you know how Microsoft has backwards compatibility, right? So would it be really fun if I could design a way that Microsoft could take the textures in their video games, right? So they could take the textures mapped in their video games and find a way to AI upgrade them. So like basically use a fucking photo AI, like basically use an artificial intelligence that can scan across, you know, all these textures and just fucking upscale them to like 4K, 8K, whatever they want to go to, and make games look better without needing, you know, developers to make it better, right? That could be an idea for me. It sounds simple on paper. Obviously, it's very, very, very fucking time consuming to make it even as effective as you want.
He knows how to program video encoders. He knows graphics APIs and AI tools in 2019. What does he know in 2025? What can he add?
One of the code bases that we're looking at over here.
Yeah, what the fuck? Thank you for the sub.
Now, there's a lot of numbers that are being dropped in here, and one of the things that you'll tend to see in Pirates
I know some problem surprise. Thank you, well.
number abuse.
Nothing unique, nothing new, nothing that Coding Jesus didn't say in his video, which Mutaha keeps mentioning.
There's nothing wrong with having shit code.
So, Gary, so what happened with this guy? Like, he was like particularly like Asmongold. He talks about many stuff, and I kind of watch him too. He is very popular in YouTube as well, and he is an Indian dude too. So, we get the idea. I thought he was an Indian dude. That's actually pretty cool. If I say in a sense. Is it raining outside? I think it's raining outside. I might go kaput just heads up. So, it turns out, for the past 10 years, he has been lying that he's been an engineer. You know? So he's kind of a fake guru, pretty much. You know, like a media basically.
I'm not a...
He is basically media of computers. That is so good. Media of computers, let's go. Big guru, yes.
Fucking great coder either.
That's a good one.
Nothing new, nothing that Coding Jesus know in 2025.
Okay, let's see it.
On paper, obviously, it's very, very, very fucking.
I mean, here's the idea. This idea he was talking about. It kind of made sense and pretty cool. Sounds interesting, but I don't think it's possible to do it anytime soon. Because he can install an app and money very true. He can learn a visual machine.
Even as effective as you want.
He knows how to program video encoders. He knows graphics APIs and AI tools in 2019. What does he know in 2025? What can he add?
I mean, most of my computer advice comes from my own experience though. I can literally pull up a freaking task manager and show like 100%. Did you hear it? On my CPU and say this CPU is garbage.
Over here is this falling particle. Now there's a lot of numbers that are being dropped in here, and one of the things that you'll tend to see in Pirate Software's code is magic number abuse.
Nothing unique, nothing new, nothing that Coding Jesus didn't say in his video, which Mutaha keeps mentioning.
There's nothing wrong with having shit code, right? There's nothing wrong with being bad at it. I'm not a fucking great coder either.
So I'm actually doing something which...
The funniest thing is nobody is. Maybe that guy, the turtle guy, what's his name? The AI VP for turtle guy is pretty good at it.
Sell to Microsoft at some point later on.
But I'm also not claiming to be this crazy fucking guru.
But not most of them are.
In the world.
Yeah, for the past 10 years you've been claiming to be an engineer, a computer engineer.
Yeah, there is like a thing called that. There is no perfect code or something like that. Yeah, there's not a code either, probably not.
Science engineer, a cybersecurity engineer. You fuck with code.
Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
You do programming as a hobby, but when it comes to showing your knowledge, you only know the basics. Now you're here judging someone for inflating their credentials. At least Pirate Software's lies didn't break the law. At least he actually worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
Again, when you have an ego, you gotta be able to match it with the skill. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that skill is all the way there. Unless that skill is making a whole lot of spaghetti code. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you...
I wonder if maybe Asmongold is gonna show up like this. Asmongold, what's the other guy's name? What's his name?
Stop
This
and
game,
like, comment, subscribe.
Actaman.
Dislike if you dislike it, I.
Asmund with Actaman is gonna show up like
What a
this.
great way to end a video. Let's check out some
Dislike it, I. Spaghetti code.
Wait, what?
That skill is all the way there. Unless that skill is making a whole lot of spaghetti code. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it, I am out.
Man, what a great way to end a video. Let's check out some of those comments. We love reading the comments from regular commenters like Mr. Obvious. I wonder what he's...
Well, I don't think about it, so what I had to do was to be humble and say my bad. It wasn't on others. Yes, I think about it, so drama. It could have been snipped out if you said my bad, you know?
Mr. Obvious says, my feel win, I might as well be all for. And then we see some lolly here featuring some underage characters. Here's 2 more drawings of underage characters posted by Mr. Obvious. Kinda strange, isn't it? Mr. Obvious says boys heart emoji, and then underneath that we can see a photo of an underage girl who is pulling anal beads out of her anus using her feet. That's quite the talent.
What's this?
Oh.
What the fuck is happening?
Get ready, boys. Let me read that shit all day.
So, that was my appetizer for my upcoming video. Given his
Jesus
inconsistent
Christ.
stories, Mutahar is either lying about his job and business, or he tells really pathetic made-up stories about them to sound more interesting. Once again, I am not a lawyer. It might not be illegal for Mutahar to lie about being an engineer, but by any reasonable definition, he is a total fraud. He has no computer engineering degree, or even a computer science degree.
Stop doing that.
He
It
still
looks so
presents
gaff.
himself as an engineer, a computer engineer, or a computer science engineer. He is not trained in this field, and he is not employed at these roles. He is a self-taught
They're like a
hobbyist,
freaking
a
gorilla
dilettante,
scratching at you. It's the
an
hands.
engineer. Despite admitting that he hasn't been an engineer in years, not that he ever was, he continues to introduce himself as one, letting his audience's imagination run wild and conclude him to be far more qualified than he actually is. It does not matter that he seldom admits to being a former engineer.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. This guy actually talks more about the
He
dark
hasn't
web.
been an engineer in years. The bigger picture that he's painting to his audience is that he is a licensed, actively practicing engineer.
Yeah.
Which, based on his own statements, isn't true and cannot be true.
Max is the thinnest skinned bitch that I've ever seen when it comes to taking actual criticism on the platform. There is a way back from the mistakes that he's made. It just involves being a man and taking actual criticism to account and realizing that yes, your entire career was a lie. Maybe it's time to turn that around, but he doesn't really want to be doing that. He wants a win when he can't even carve one out.
Mutahar has been telling this lie for 10 years. This lie is almost too old for his friend Naxtaku to masturbate to.
Oh god, oh no, Mousy, what, you recognize these numbers? What are the numbers? What, you
Seems as you ran it, like do a one or a spider to be honest, like he likes the comic. Based on the URL.
recognize these numbers?
These are the number of his can't be Googled. I don't content.
What mean, Mousy? What do they mean? What do they mean?
Click on it.
Tell us! I've never even pondered the thought that we could have Lolly and Guro and Bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Oh my god.
On the topic of recklessly allowing the audience's imagination to run wild, what do you
This is why I don't watch these kind of people. You know? Fuck these people, dude. Jesus Christ. It's disgusting. I don't tell me people do that though. So annoying. I don't want to involve myself with any of them. I am out.
I don't even know what that was.
That was some kid just sent you a video of them shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
It's a funny coincidence that the last time I reminded Mutahar about his own country's laws, it was about him watching cartoon child porn with Naxtaku, not realizing that in Canada, it fits under the legal definition of child porn.
Wait, you showed porn in those videos?
He tried to ignore it for months, but then Hassan Piker drew attention to my video. Mutahar panicked, and he threw Naxtaku under the bus while obfuscating his own culpability. The
election of
Hit piece didn't land, so they
the
settled
place.
everything
Oh my
in private
god.
and still lie about what happened. Why did news
Me? Anime, especially anime content in the YouTube, do not watch them. Blast, this nostalgic guy, and there is some other fucking retards over there. Holy fuck.
condemn someone over
Do not involve yourself with them.
reason?
Play is gonna be.
Hello, guys.
I don't think easy. I think the best course of action for him is not to even press it. Probably. Otherwise, this is gonna spiral down really bad.